January 4th, 2017. It's 6:30 p.m. May we have roll call?
Mr. Young?
Present.
Mr. Edmondson?
Here.
Mr. Walker?
Here.
Ms. Enix? Here. Mr. Porter?
Here.
Mr. Cross?
Here.
Mr. Seward?
Here.
Ms. Ritz has been excused. Thank you.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the minutes of Wednesday, December 7th, 2016? Trevor Edmondson moves and Kevin Cross seconds. Are there any amendments that need to be made to the minutes? Seeing and hearing none, the minutes motions has been approved. Special order of business. Are there any disclosures this evening? Daniel Young.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In the case of S12312, Lot 1A, Arctic Industrial Subdivision, Unit Number 5, my firm has business dealings with the petitioner on another matter. I also provided minor consulting about this property several years ago. I have no financial or personal interest in the matters before the board tonight. I can remain impartial in fact and action as a member of this board without personal bias. My past involvement and personal interests will not prevent me from fairly evaluating the facts of this case.
Thank you. May I have a motion directing Dan Young to participate in case S12312? Don Porter has moved and Trevor Edmondson is second. Don, would you please state your motion?
Yes, I move to direct Dan Young to participate in case S12312. He has stated that he has no personal or financial interest in the outcome of the case and may remain impartial.
Thank you. Any other findings? Is there any opposition to directing Dan Young to participate? Seeing no opposition, the motion passes. Dan Young, you are directed to participate in case S12312. Are there any other disclosures? Seeing none, we'll now take up the informational items. We have an abbreviated plat action summary from 12/5/2016. And with that, the Platting Board meets each month for the first and third Wednesday except holidays as regular meetings. If the Platting Board fails to complete its agenda for its regular meeting, the Board will carry over the remainder of the agenda to the following meeting. The procedure by which the public may speak to the Platting Board at this meeting is after the staff's presentation is completed on a public hearing item. I will then ask the public testimony on the issue. Persons wishing to testify will follow the time limits established in the Commission Rules of Procedure. The petitioner and their representatives have 10 minutes. They may reserve part of their time for rebuttal. Representatives of groups, community councils, PTAs each have 5 minutes. Individuals have 3 minutes. When your testimony is complete, the Board may ask you additional questions. You may only testify once on any matter unless questioned by the Board. We will now take up the matter of case S12312, Arctic Industrial Subdivision, Unit Number 5, Lot 1A. May we have staff's report?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is a request to combine Lot 1, Arctic Industrial Subdivision, Addition 5, and the remainder of Lot 2, Arctic Industrial Subdivision Number 5, creating one parcel that is 1.09 acres in size for proposed Lot 1A. The property is currently developed with an 18,000 square foot warehouse that was constructed in 1975. Lot 2 was purchased by the state of Alaska for the West Dallian Road Phase 2 project, and the remainder portion of Lot 2, which was described as Parcel X6A, has since been sold to the petitioner, Arctic Industrial LLC. Replatting this parcel into one will allow the owner to expand and improve his business. The petition site and adjoining parcels are zoned I-1. Vehicular access to Lot 1 is from Arctic Boulevard, which is designated as a Class 2 minor arterial in the OSH&P. The dedication requirement for the right-of-way has been met. Anchorage Water and Wastewater Utility stated that water and sanitary sewer services are available to the petition site. There were no objectives by the reviewing agencies, and the department recommends approval of the preliminary plat with 2 minor amendments to the a couple changes here. So we're going to recommend approval for the preliminary plat for 24 months for proposed Lot 1A, Arctic Industrial Subdivision Unit Number 5, subject to the conditions found on page 5 and 6, which are 1 through 4. And we're going to add a 5th condition, which reads, resolve with planning the perceived encroachment of the warehouse on proposed Lot 1A into the Arctic Boulevard right-of-way. This was discussed with the petitioner. It was a comment that was brought up. The petitioner representative is here tonight. If you have any questions, I can answer those. Thanks.
Does the board have any questions for staff at this time? Thank you. We'll now open it up for public presentation. May we have the petitioner's representative?
We agree with everything staff says. We've just got to look into this potential issue of an encroachment.
Can I have you state your name?
Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Kenneth Ayers. I work for Lounsbury & Associates. We are representing Arctic Warehouse, LLC.
Thank you.
Like I said, we agree with the comments of staff on this issue. The potential encroachment needs to be resolved. We will be doing a full as-built to ascertain that situation and consulting with them.
Okay. And so you'd like to reserve the remainder of your 9 minutes and 40 seconds
Yes, please.
for rebuttal. Does the board have any questions at this time for Kenneth Ayers? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Are there any members from the public wishing to speak to the matter? Anyone at all? Seeing none, would you like to use any of your rebuttal time at this time? Thank you. Rebuttal has been waived, and there are no objections, so public hearing is closed, and the matter now rests with the board. May I have a motion to approve the preliminary plat? Trevor Edmondson, please state your motion.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. In case S12312, Arctic Industrial Subdivision, Unit Number 5, Lot 1A, I move for approval of the preliminary plat for 24 months for the proposed Lot 1A Arctic Industrial Subdivision, Unit 5, subject to conditions 1, 2, 3, and 4 on pages 5 and 6 of our staff packet. I'd also like to add condition number 5, which will read, resolve with planning the perceived encroachment of the warehouse on proposed Lot 1A into the Arctic Boulevard right-of-way.
Thank you. And Don Porter seconds your motion. Would you like to speak to your motion?
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Chair. I intend to support my motion. Just a couple notes here. It looks like there were no objections by the reviewing agencies except for what was in the staff packet from right-of-way, which was addressed in the new condition number 5. And I'd also like to note that there was no public testimony tonight, and there were no comments received via the mail from the public as well.
Are there any other findings that the board would like to offer? Dan Young.
Yes, through the chair. I am also going to support this motion, but I want to note that the Taku Campbell Community Council held a meeting on October 13th, 2013. Is that correct, on 2013? And they were, thank you, 2016. And they were in support of this. The report from the meeting stated that there were no concerns, issues, or problems expressed by the council. And again, no other comments from the public have been submitted, and I find this to be a straightforward plat. Thank you.
Thank you. I would also add that the matter has been posted. There's an affidavit in our staff packet at 57 showing that it was properly posted at least 21 days before the hearing, and the public's had an opportunity to speak. Is there any opposition to the motion on the floor? Seeing no opposition, the motion passes. Are there any other persons wishing to be heard this evening? Any reports from the secretary? Any board member comments? Then with that, we will stand in adjournment.